Welcome, parents, family, and friends. Thank you for joining us this morning for the Scavo Full Service High School Commencement for the class of 2018. My name is Rich Blonigan, and I'm the principal at Scavo High School. I want to take a moment and recognize the people on stage this morning. Dr. Thomas Ahart, our superintendent, Des Moines Public Schools. Rob Barron, school board member. Mike Cameron, school improvement leader. Erica Ramirez, school improvement leader. Carmen Rasmussen, counselor. Aaron Crunk, senior speaker. Steve Siemens, our commencement speaker this morning. And a big thank you to the Roosevelt Pep Band. I also want to recognize the Des Moines Women's Club and Hoyt Sherman for their continued support for Scavo High School. I also want to thank the Vince Scavo family for their continued support as well. As a community school, we depend on partnerships that significantly impact our students and families, and these partnerships provide services that remove barriers and open doors that are life-changing for our students. So thank you to all our partners. So to start our ceremony this morning, the ever-popular Miss Carmen Rasmussen.
You guys, I'm trying not to cry. Stop it. Okay, so I got my office glasses on because I can't see the paper. Today we're gonna celebrate our awards and scholarships. We had a banquet on Tuesday and gave some awesome awards today. So as I say your name, go ahead and stand up so you can be recognized here. Our valedictorian is Kane Bonnet. Salutatorian, Ty Jones. Our Superintendent Awards go to Feliciano Flores, Jatana Gist, Sadie Simpson, Kane Bonnet, Ty Jones, and then we have the American Citizenship Awards going to Ricardo Carrera, Cecilia Fink, and Jasmine Young. I'm going to go ahead and read the scholarship name and the recipient. If you could just stay standing all the way to the end, and then we'll hold our applause because this is a big list of 8, so let's hold on. Ready? Okay. We got the Sarah Klein Scholarship for Malia Hall, the Dr. J. Pearl Jefferson Scholarship for Nicholas Sanchez, the Pat Grants Corporal Scholarship to Tristan Ruggles, the Maureen Nassif Scholarship to Christopher Zilk, James Rupnow Scholarship to Linda Cassis, Rotary Club Scholarship to Malia Hall, the Vincent C. Scavo Scholarship to Elizabeth McIntosh, and then finally our Kimbra Valencia Scholarship to Feliciano Flores. Great job, guys.
Thank you, Carmen. It's funny, normally when we're looking for senior speakers, we're normally chasing students the 2 or 3 weeks prior to get speeches, and this year they were like chasing us down to keep giving us speeches. So it's a nice problem to have. But this morning, I want to introduce a student that's come a long ways in the last year and a half that he's been at Scavo. He works full time. And he's very active in that field. He wants to go to DMAC and study criminal justice. So there's a lot of good things headed for Mr. Aaron Crunk. So let's bring him to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor speaking for the class of 2018 today. I would like to welcome you all and extend a sincere thank you to those of you who have supported each one of us in our journey to get here today. Whether you are a parent, a grandparent, neighbor, teacher, or a friend, it is with your guidance that we are about to reach this milestone. As seniors, we realize that although this marks an end in one chapter of our lives, it also marks a beginning. This is true of everything in life. The end of one day is the start of another. The end of one task leads to the beginning of a new one. As you prepare to graduate, you are opening a new and exciting door. Your diploma will be the piece of a puzzle in your next step. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." You will continue to learn new things, have new experiences, and learn from others. You are about to be done with high school, but you will never be done educating yourself. You may have plans to continue your education, join the armed forces, or the workforce. No matter what your next step, you are bringing your skills and talents, and your impact will not be small. Today means different things to each of us. To some, it comes as a welcome relief. To others, it is accompanied with feelings of good times and friends that we have made. But to all of us, there will be memories we will keep for the rest of our lives. The future is full of anticipation and also the fear of the unknown, and you are prepared to take the next step. Open the next door and proudly do your next part to make the world a better place. To all of you in the class of 2018, now is the time for us to shine, the time when our dreams are within reach and your possibilities are endless. Now is the time for all of us to become the people we've dreamed of being. This is your life, you're here, and you matter, and the world is waiting. Congratulations on your success.
Thanks, Aaron. Next, I want to introduce our commencement speaker this morning, Steve Siemens. Steve is known as the People Builder to audiences all over the world. Steve has delighted hundreds of audiences in over 20 countries in every state in the United States. People love his message filled with useful skills and tools wrapped in humor that can be used in every area of their lives, both professional and personal. Steve has been labeled as one of the best professional speakers, and you will understand why after you've heard his presentation. He is the author of 3 books. His 4th book will be released later this year, Don't Die Until You're Dead. He is a past college president and the past 2005-2006 international president of the Kiwanis International. His leadership of many boards includes chairmanship of the Iowa Easter Seals and fellowship of Christian athletes. Steve has been awarded the CSP, the Certified Speaking Professional, from the National Speakers Association. Only 10% of the speakers worldwide have passed this rigorous criteria to receive that designation. You will enjoy his interactive and humorous motivational style. You will benefit from his common sense, practical ideas, and relevant message. Whether you hear him for the first time or 100 times, his message always has a new twist, and you will leave a better person because of the People Builder's gift of words. Please welcome Steve Siemens. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I want you graduates to know that there are people around you, there are people above you, there are people in front of you who are really proud of you. Man read a newspaper ad, it said 7-day cruise for $14.95. He called up the travel agency. He said, I see that you're offering a 7-day cruise for $14.95. There's got to be a mistake. Travel agent said, no, there's no mistake. We're offering a 7-day cruise for $14.95. So we went down to the travel agency, wrote out a check for $14.95, handed it to the travel agent. Travel agent took out a hammer, hit him in the head. He woke up the next day tied to a log floating down the river. He was mad, he was embarrassed, but he thought, how foolish could he be? But here he is, tied to a log floating down the river. The next day decided he ought to enjoy it, so he was having a wonderful time when he floated up alongside another log with a man tied to it, and they started talking. He said, I wonder if they serve refreshments on this cruise. The guy said they didn't last year. And if you and I are not careful, we're just kind of doing what we did last year, but you graduates are doing something you've never done before. And for a few minutes, I want to remind you of how cool this is, but I also want to encourage you to use the right keys. The world that we live in and the life that we live in, we are dependent on keys. There are 7 colors. Look what Michelangelo did with 7 colors. There are 7 piano notes. Look what Beethoven did with 7 notes. And I want to encourage you and remind you that you have the potential of doing anything that you want to do and doing great things even better than today if you use the right keys. The first key are dreams. Don't ever, ever stop dreaming. My dream from 7th grade was to be a professional speaker, and when I was old and wise, become president of a college. It happened just the exact opposite. I grew up on a farm in Brooklyn, Iowa. I'd be out cultivating corn, standing on that tractor giving speeches, because someday I was going to be a speaker, and corn has ears. And it was important that you think about it, but I got to do that. And it happened just the exact opposite. In 1980, was named president of a college and served in that capacity until I couldn't do both. And in 1989, resigned and started a company that I do today. If I can do that, you can do anything. One day at the college, a man calls up, says, I want to talk to the big hog at the trough. My secretary said, pardon me? He said, I want to talk to the big hog at the trough. She goes, sir, we don't talk that way around here. Now, I think I know who you want to talk to. You change your terminology, put you through. If not, you're not talking to him. He said, I want to talk to the big hog. She said, sir, he is a little overweight, but we don't talk to him that way. You call him Mr. Siemens, President Siemens, or Steve will put you through. If not, you're not talking to him. He said, I want to talk to the big hog. She said, sir, you're not listening to me. He said, no, you're not listening to me. He said, I'm a pig farmer out here in northwest Iowa, just sold my hogs, want to give $100,000 to the college. She said, just a minute, the big pig just walked in. So I didn't get much respect, but that's dreams. The second key that I want you to use is to take risks. Don't ever get to the point where you stay where it's safe. Don't ever get to the point where you stay where you're comfortable. Get out of your comfort zone and take risks. It is so important that you never, ever get to that place where you're not willing to keep those dreams alive, but to take those risks. And while you're doing that, always have the right attitude. I had the roughest landing I've ever had in Dallas, Texas. The airplane came down, we hit that tarmac, and we bounced 4 times, and every door in that airplane came open. I have 3.5 million miles behind my name. I'm not afraid to fly, but I honestly believed I was done. I was sitting next to a lady who was 93 years old. She walked with a cane, and I noticed that she was carrying a couple bags, and so I offered to carry the bags for her if she would like, and she accepted the invitation. So she's walking down the aisle with her cane. I am walking behind her carrying her bags. We get to the cockpit where the captain is standing apologizing for the landing. She stops in front of the captain. She takes her cane, hooks him around the neck. She pulls his face right down into her face, and she said, did we land or were we shot down? And up the jetway we went. And I told her, if you lived in Des Moines, Iowa, I'd have coffee with you every day. Most of the people getting off that plane wouldn't even look at the captain, let alone acknowledge the captain, because they were so mad at that landing. Graduates, you're going to have rough landings. You're going to have them. Don't lose your attitude. People are going to disappoint you at times. Don't lose your attitude. Life's not fair. Don't lose your attitude. When I hire people, one of the main things I'm looking for are attitudes. I can teach you a skill, but I can't change your attitude. 95% of what you see, hear, and read every day is negative. And if you and I are not careful, we are surrounded by this negativism, and it's easy to develop that. Don't lose your dreams. Always take risks. Maintain a right attitude, and develop a passion. I don't care what it is that you choose to do. I don't care what it is. Do it with passion. And don't ever apologize for whatever it is that you choose to do. And when you and I live with passion, I've never worked a day in my life because I get to do exactly what I've wanted to do ever since 7th grade. It's my passion. One person with passion is worth more than 99 who have an interest. And develop that passion and maintain that passion. And if you will take a simple little thought by using the right key at the right time, if you will always dream, if you'll take risks, if you'll keep the right attitude, and if you develop a passion, you are going to develop leadership in anything and everything that you do. Graduates, every one of you in this room are leaders. So lead. The future is yours. Lead by using the right key at the right time, and you'll see some amazing things happen because of what you did with the right key. Congratulations. I'm really excited.
Thank you, Steve. A lot of those keys really fit in with our nothing is impossible and our Rise Up motto. So I know our graduates and our students at Scavo live those things, so I know we'll see those attributes going forward. So thank you. Next, please welcome Dr. Thomas A. Hart, our superintendent, to certify the graduating class of 2018. Here we go.
I'd like to thank everyone for turning out today. Sometimes a morning graduation during the week isn't the easiest thing to organize. Thank you for making the effort to be here to support our brand new graduates. And I want to also recognize our keynote speaker, Mr. Siemens. That is exactly the message that I needed to hear today. Des Moines Public Schools exist so that students graduate with the knowledge, skills, and abilities to be successful at the next stage of their lives. That 13-year journey is supported by thousands of staff members throughout our district, many of whom are with us today. If you work for Des Moines Public Schools, please stand, and if the rest of you would join me in recognizing them for all of their work on behalf of our graduates. Thank you. And now, on behalf of Administrator Richard Blonigan, the district staff, the community of Des Moines, and your teachers at Scavo High School, I am honored to confirm that the members of the Scavo High School class of 2018 have met the requirements established by the state of Iowa and our Board of Education and have demonstrated all the qualifications to receive a certificate of graduation from the Des Moines Public Schools. Esteemed School Board Director Rob Barron, as superintendent, I proudly commend to you for the presentation of diplomas the Scavo High School class of 2018.
All right, now time for the roll call of graduates. Up first, Yesenia Alvarez Ventura. Brian Ariz Media. Taylor N. Ashley. Nyril Billio. Kiara M. Bosley. Corian Allen Brown. Linda Casas. Alexander Lee Couch. Kaylin David Cope. Fox C. Corcoran. Ricardo Carrera. Helena May Creason. Aaron J. Crunk. Daisy Diaz Lechuga. Megan Deanna Fagan. Cecilia Fink. Feliciano Flores. Autumn Leanne Fromm. Carolyn Ashley Fuentes. Gonzalo Gallardo. Abby Galvan. Alejandra Luella Garcia. Esmeralda Crystal Garcia. Queen Gaby. Jatana Nesla Gist. Evan D. Graham. Genevieve Ann Graves. Joyous Michelle Hain. Malia D. Hall. Sydney Carol Roselle Halterman. Armand Hart Jr. John Hayner Jr. Tyler Heathcote. Jessica Hernandez. Natriana Hodge. Alex Xavier Jackson. Fantasia Lynn Jeffrey. Nyabe Jean. Alexander Earl Jones. Ty Jones. Gabriel L. Krieg. Journey LeMay. Autumn Larson. River Leah Sandra Lopez Bell. Anaje J. McCuller. Elizabeth Ann McIntosh. Christina Sophia Mercado. Nadesha Shania Minton. Brandon Lee Olson. Jasiri Yadaria Morales Ordez. Georgia Inez Palmer Espino. Lex Angel Peralta Segura. Hugo Plaza. Lena Marie Posel. Mario J. Portillo Gomez. Allison Rayanne Primack. Gage Christopher Rice. Marlena Dolores Lee Robinson. Estrella Vanessa Rodriguez. Karina Rodriguez Resendez. Daryl Cameron Rowland. Adam Rowan. Tristan Lee Diane Ruggles. Franklin Allen Russo. Cynthia Joe Sanchez. Thomas Allen Schilling. Jordan Anthony Shellberg. Emily Ann Silence. Sadie Elise Simpson. Corey Lee Sorter Jr. Michaela Still. Sarah Renee Taylor. Alexander Richard Thompson. Tristan Orion Tripp. Guadalupe Villa. Brianna Marie Bosberg. Michaela Walls. Latanya Nicole Ward Langford. Samantha Whistler. Jasmine Young. Chris Zilk. Dylan Jones. And one last hand for all our 2018 graduates. I'll now turn it over to Rich for the closing remarks.
So before we close, family members, parents, please stay seated until our graduates are dismissed. It'll be a lot easier once they get out. They're going to get their diploma, and then they'll just meet you on the front lawn for pictures and all those festivities. I just want to close with a couple things here. John Gordon is an inspirational speaker, an author, someone that I read, I look at quite often, and I want to share a couple pieces of advice that I've taken from him. One, where you are now is not where you're going to be. Two, you don't have to be perfect to start, just start. Three, don't be afraid to fail. You've heard that message a little bit today, and you've heard that, I know, throughout your high school career. Four, you're here for a reason. You have a purpose. You're meant to live and share that purpose. Five, you don't have to be great. You just have to have a great desire to be your best and bring out the best in others. That's the most important thing. Six, just show up each day and do the work. You've done that. You have to continue doing that. Seven, if you believe your best days are ahead of you, they are. Eight, the number one factor of success is grit, and the ultimate driver of grit is love. If you don't love it, you'll never work to become great at it. And nine, do what you love what you do. I'm happy to say I do love what I do, and this makes it all worth it. So I want to end by stating this class motto, and I've said it once already today. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Continue the mindset in everything you do. Our mission is to rise up, and the graduating class has done this. The class of 2018, you have made us proud, and we look forward to all of your accomplishments. Graduates, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to present the Scavo graduating class of 2018.